Hello, LJ Young, back again for another edition of Daddy My Daddy. I decided to do this video out in my truck, in my driveway, since it's such a beautiful day here in Seattle, you know? We don't really get this many beautiful days, and I got to take advantage of it. Anyway, welcome to another edition of Daddy My Daddy. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody believes in credit and debt. And I used to believe the same thing. I thought I wasn't anything without a high credit score, long lines of credit, and plenty of credit cards, and bragging about my credit card limits. Oh, my nonsense. And then one day I woke up, and then I realized none of that stuff. Then I realized credit is just simply a business. I was just on the wrong side of the business. I look at credit like the sides of a coin now. All right, heads, tails, and the edge. The consumer side of credit, business side of credit, and the edge is where I live. This is where I live. I can see both sides because I used to be in debt. Now that I'm not, I look at me as the medium between the two. Right? I help you cross over I help people become debt free by helping them understand the language of debt free, because if you've been in debt all your life, you have no idea the language of debt free even exists. You know, you probably just was like me, thought everybody was in debt. It was just the way it is, and it's going to be that way until you die. That's not true. I'm here to tell you that that's not true. All right, I am freer than I've ever been in my life. Right, ever in my I'm 49 today. I didn't wake up till around 42. All right, so today's video, you know, you notice how you always hear, oh, money is the #1 cause of divorce, right? No, it's not. It's not. Money is the symptom of the cause of divorce. You know what the cause of divorce really is? Debt. Debt is the #1 cause of divorce. Money is just the symptom, right? And I'll give you an example, right? Imagine, I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna walk you through the phase because you can't see it when you're in debt, right? You just think this, right? Now imagine two people fall in love, because money doesn't come, debt and stuff doesn't come in until you're after you fall in love or the sex is good or whatever, right? Two people fall in love, two people in debt with student loan debt come in, fall in love, and guess what? They start making debt together. They start financing houses, financing cars, having kids, private school, lessons, this and that, and it just stacks up. All right, all that takes money. All that takes, then people go in debt and they start charging and all, start making payments. And then guess what? When they come together, you got that much debt. Guess what? You got to go work 40 plus hours a week at your job. That means you're not spending no time with each other. You're paying for babysitters. You're paying for after school program people to pick your kids up and do this. And then all of a sudden now you're spending more time at work. And then when you come together for that day or two, maybe an hour, and you might fight about something. You might start fighting because you're in so much debt, you're working so hard, and by the time you get done working and come home, take care of the kids and help with the homework and go to some function, and then you're gonna spend some time with each other. That's not gonna work. It's not. That's impossible. It's not gonna work, right? And then guess what? Now two of you guys are spending more time at work. This is a natural evolution, people. You're spending more time at work, and guess who they're going to meet at work? Other people like them in the debt matrix that have to also spend a lot of time at work because they're also in debt. And then also those two people at work, they think they have something in common because they're talking about the same things that are happening at home. See what I'm saying? Debt is the #1 cause of divorce, not money. Because naturally people think, oh, we're in this much trouble, we're having this many finance problems, we better go out and get a higher paying job. And guess what that's going to take? Oh, maybe we need some higher education. Let me go out and get some more student loans. Hey, while I'm in school, that I don't have to pay for the student loans. You see how it works? And then you start to believe, okay, once I get this job, like everything's guaranteed. Once I get this job and get this paid, because they said the average person in this occupation make this, which means absolutely nothing. But anyway, you're going by that. And then when I get this job, and then I'll pay off that student loan debt. And then you'll see how much the student loan debt is, and you'll think to yourself, this, I'm not talking about you guys, okay? This is a natural process because I thought like this. Man, I'll never be able to pay off that much debt. Guess what? I'm gonna join up one of those student loan forgiveness programs. You know what? Those are slave camps. Those are slave camps where they pay you what they want to pay you, and then this is how it works. They will pay you what they want to pay you, and you work where they tell you to work. That sounds like a definition of a slave to me. And they'll tell you how long you work, and you better follow these rules. And while you're in this 10-year program, do you see how this happens? Now imagine that pressure amongst a couple. And then you're going to come home and spend time with each other and the kids, and that's not going to happen. Divorce. And then once the people divorce, right? They divorce, and then they go looking. And then not understanding that it was really debt that caused the first divorce, you're going to jump into somebody else. And of course, they're going to be good as pie. Everybody's on their best behavior when they first meet them, right? That's why dating websites are making multi-millions of dollars, okay? They're making a lot of money, right? Then you get into another situation. Oh, she's beautiful, she's sexy, man, the sex is good, and she got a house, she got her stuff together, because people believe it has something to do with their occupation. Some of the highest paid workers got the most student loan debt. Like doctors, pharmacists, lawyers, they got the highest student loan debt, and they don't even realize they got the money to get out the fastest. But what I'm explaining to you, why I'm saying that, I want you to understand it doesn't matter. The knowledge that I'm giving you has nothing to do with a person's occupation, the amount of schooling they have in college. It has nothing to do with that, nothing. Because if it did, there would be no doctors in student loan debt for years. There wouldn't be no lawyers in student loan debt for years. There wouldn't be no pharmacists in student loan debt for years. Because it doesn't make financial sense, right? Why would you keep a student loan that's older than your children? That doesn't make financial sense, right? And you would think, oh man, a doctor should know that. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's only 5th grade math. That's it. 5th grade math. 5th grade. It's insulting when I say it, because I'm looking at myself as I'm talking to you. I'm like, man, you didn't know it was 5th grade math, now? You smart cloud computer engineer, you didn't know that? No, I didn't know that. That's the number one cause of divorce. It's debt. Debt, you guys don't really realize how much debt. I'm sorry I can't see the comments because I'm on my phone outside in my car, so I apologize for that. I see it flash really quick, but that's about it. I didn't really realize how much debt is a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. People talk about debt like it's first of all, just your own debt. You got a ton of stuff coming in the mail, and you got bill collectors calling and all that stuff, right? That's a lot of, that's stress, right? But then people talk about debt like it's a badge of honor that they compare it against each other. Like when you're on Facebook, I want you to pay close attention to these things, all right? Now, things are spoken in 2 languages, money's spoken in 2 languages. So when you, like, if you see somebody complain about their phone bill, right? And then you'll see other people, oh, that ain't nothing, mine is this. Oh, that ain't nothing, man, mine cost me this. Like it's a badge of honor or something. It makes no sense. Why people say, well, I'm tired of paying that. Let me see what I can do to pay a quarter of that, right? But people just do that. Or like if somebody gets a raise at work, right? And then they'll go out and they'll go out and finance a new car, and then post it up on Facebook. Hey, look what I got. I got a raise, and I deserve this. I deserve to get this brand new car, right? That they financed, right? And they like to tell how much the car cost on the oh yeah, it was on sale for $30,000, right? Like they pay cash for it. But they don't know they're saying these things. Okay, I want you to understand. So what that person actually did, and this is according to math. This is not according to me. This is according to math, right? What they did was they took that raise away from themselves and set themselves back 2 pay raises. You see what I'm saying? By getting a raise, instead of taking that money and saving or paying off some debt, they go and finance even more, keeping themselves, they knock themselves even further back than the raise they got. 1 step forward, 2 steps back financially. That's exactly what they did. But the reason why people in debt don't know they're in debt, because they believe the things They believe all the things they financed, they own. That's why they don't feel like they're in debt. So that's why when you tell a person and go, hey, you know, if you have a mortgage, that's not really your house. You're not really the owner of the house. So you kind of got to stop calling yourself the homeowner. What are you talking about? Yes, it is. My name's on the deed. You got to just stop and go, okay. Now imagine if you were married to a person, say like you were debt free, and you were married to a person that was in debt, and you thought to yourself, oh, I'll work on her, you know, she'll see how free I am, and then she'll want to do it, and blah blah blah. And I'm just saying, it could go both ways, man or woman. Okay, debt doesn't care. Don't fall into the debt with the man and woman thing. It doesn't mean anything. Just man or woman, right? If she doesn't if she doesn't go with your program, she's gonna keep going in debt, and then she's gonna expect you to pay for it by going in debt with her. They don't really care. It's just their habit. You got to have a decision to make. Are you going to go down with that person, or are you going to stop the hemorrhaging? You're going to have to do something. And I'm telling you this: don't try to change another grown person. Don't do that. Like when I tell you guys about my business and what I can do to help you, I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm trying to show you what's possible, especially if you're in your young couple together in their 30s. Oh man, if you believe what I'm telling you right now, savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If you apply that formula to your personal finances and you believe it, you'll be rich with a regular job. Because what you don't see now, young couples, what you don't see now, I'm going to tell you something that will make no financial sense to you right now. Taxes can help make you rich. Don't that sound like the craziest thing in the world? Sounds crazy, don't it? You're probably thinking, what do you mean? I've been raised that taxes keep you down. They hurt everybody. Nobody likes taxes. That's a myth. That's not real. That's part of the trick. To make you believe taxes do that. Taxes are there for a reason, but you can't see the reason when you're deep in debt. How do I know this? Because I'm no longer in debt, and I see. Taxes can make you rich. And I'll give you a quick example of what I mean by that, okay? So you can kind of understand the whole story. Okay, now, if you're not in debt, right? And they say like they say the majority, God, what's the word? Man, it's so hard to tell in a way that you'll understand. I can't believe how difficult this is. Let me see. Better yet, let me use a phone bill, okay? Because it's kind of the same thing, okay? And I want you to understand, you got to stop thinking individually and think collectively. We're all part of together to work together. Like if there were no other people, there would be no way for you to get rich if nobody's buying your product, right? So it would be pointless for you to create a business because if nobody could buy it, right? So it's part of the collective. So remember that you got to always be part of collective. Now, if they say the average phone bill, here's an example, just to keep nice round numbers. What if they said the average phone bill is $100 a month, cell phone bill, $100 a month, right? Now, when they say the average is made up of millions upon millions of people. And then they say average. Okay, we're going to collect all these bills and say the average comes out to $100, right? Now, if you figured out a way to get the exact same phone service for $50 a month, they pay for, if you add up $100 for a year, that's $1,200 a year they're paying for their cell phone, right? If you figured out a way how to pay $50, you'll be saving $600 a month. You'll be making $600, not a month, $600 more a year than the average. They would spend $1,200, you would spend $600 and save $600. You're making you're earning $600 more per year than the average. Now there's many ways to do that with taxes. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. So if you pay less taxes than the average, you make that much more money per year than the average. You see how that works? But you can't take advantage of taxes if you're in debt. It doesn't apply to you. It's called phantom income, but I'm not going to get too deep in there. But anyway, I hope you guys understood what I meant by this, the number one cause, all right? I hate to do that to you. You get debt free. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you get debt free, that's going to be your first question when you get into a relationship with a person. How much debt are you in? If they're guessing or say, I don't know, or they don't care, you got a decision to make. I would not date anybody that's deep in debt and didn't care to get out. That's absolutely pointless. There's no time. There's no reason. We would divorce. We would divorce. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I will respond to the comments when I can see them. I apologize. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye.